Ah, Happy Tuesday to you all. I am so grateful for the start of summer. It is coming, it is coming, it is coming. And I am so grateful that you guys are having a good time. When I say having a good time, I mean having a good time. Wow, wow, wow. So, all I can say at this time, I'm Val the Voice Johnson, and it is Interludes Talk on Tuesdays. Interludes Extra presents Talk on Tuesdays. We're having a great time, and like I said, I'm having a blast. I'm having a blast. Um, I'm grateful that you guys are here because it's time for us to level up. I don't know if you've been myself and Coach Tony, we have been talking about sports. We've been kind of obsessed with sports over these last couple of weeks. But of course, June is Black Music Month, and we're back to gospel and inspirational. But I really want to do inspirational this time. So I figured that would be the direction to go in. So we have two wonderful guests that are coming. And of course, myself and Coach, we're going to be doing our thing. If you are in the building, let us know where you are listening in or watching from, and just give a little wave. And we'd love to see how you're doing. But let me see. Let's make sure we get this going. It's Interlude Session presents Talk on Tuesday, getting started right about now. It's Interludes Extra presents Talk on Tuesdays. Oh my gosh, it is myself and Coach Tony, and I want to let you guys know the print book, A DJ Saved My Life, is available right now. Available on purelightHousemedia.com. Man, oh man, and I am doing a special. You guys go there. I need to make sure that I do the price change. So starting tomorrow, it's going to be dropped by half. And so it'll be a part of our Juneteenth celebration that's happening at the end of the week. And then, of course, the President Obama is going to be opening his center in Chicago. So I'm really excited about all of that. And then I love Patreon, patreon.com. You can join that for free. Did you know that? Some people are like, oh, I didn't know you could join Patreon for free. That's where myself and Coach Tony, we have our behind the scenes happening, and you guys will come on and see what we're talking about. I'll probably end up recording the conversation that we have after the conversation here in here. And so I'm just having a good time. And patreon.com/interludes. You guys go ahead and make sure that you go ahead and do that. And I think, here we go. Yes, Coach Tony, I've been on his case to come to do a Instagram, and I believe we're streaming over there. Go ahead and follow him at the Pull Up Podcast Show. You scan the QR code, and Coach would love to see you guys over on Instagram. And then, of course, I'm in two places on Instagram. It's interludes_podcast and Val the Voice Johnson. And that is the Instagram. I got some podcasting tips that I'd like to go ahead and share with you guys, because I've gotten more and more into talking about what is good and what is great for doing your podcast. And it's like, I like to call it my podcasting tip of the week. So for tonight, I definitely want to make sure that I get into it just a little bit, and then I will definitely chit chat about it. We're talking about leveling up, and that's the one thing that I'm always excited about, that we know how to make sure to level up in every area, especially in podcasting. And so I just wanted to make sure that over the weekend, and I'm going to get into it over the weekend, what I did, I was a part of the Unlocking Greatness retreat, and I got a chance to do I got a chance to do a podcasting clinic where the participants were able to use their cell phones. I told them that their full business for whatever that they do is in their cell phones. So, number one of my podcasting tips I want to share is, if you're going to start podcasting, know your topic. Before you hit the record button, even on your cell phone, be clear about what your message is going to be. How are you going to be, and how are you going to inspire someone to follow you or to follow what you love to do? With Coach Tony, he loves sports. You follow him because he knows the players, he knows the coaches. Good gracious. And he knows how to predict. The NBA finals, he didn't quite make it, but we'll talk about that later. Number two, be fearless and resilient. Don't wait until everything is perfect, because if you do, you won't start anything. Progress beats perfection. I've heard this repeatedly, but if you start, even with just your cell phone, you can make a difference. And then number three, and my last one, use the best tool you already own. And I've said it before, and I taught this at the Unlocking Greatness retreat. Your smartphone is one of the most powerful content creation tools available today. The cameras are great. The sound is decent, but the cameras are great. Now, if you're trying to film yourself in a typhoon with rain and wind outside, you might have an issue. So now, if you want to level up in recording yourself on your phone, I would suggest a wireless lavalier microphone for your cell phone, a portable LED light. One of the ladies at the Unlocking Greatness retreat had it, or a tripod or ring light stand. And I love my tripod and ring light stand. But those are some of my podcasting tips of the week. And I just wanted to make sure that I got that out and talked about. And of course, I think I see Coach Tony in the building, but before I bring him up, I want to let you guys know, coming up on this Thursday, our affiliate sponsor, KeySpot, they're having a networking and overview session where you can network and build connections, learn about KeySpot on their mobile app, and share your business and get great business tips. Scan the QR code and register. Tell them that Interlude sent you. And I'll be there along with other business coaches and business owners from around the country. I wish I could say around the world, but that could happen as well. But of course, Pure Lighthouse Media, they designed our podcast and of course designed our website. And then of course, as I go ahead and stop, I need to bring up Coach Tony. What up, though?
Man, I just heard you trying to give me some elbows on that Knicks pick. Don't worry about it. I'm going to get you back, baby. Hey, that's why it's for promotional purposes only. I'm going to tell you something funny. Somebody that we both know that watched the show, time they called me yesterday, they said, I guess that for that promotional purposes work out because you was wrong as hell.
Well, wait a minute now. I mean, it's okay if you didn't predict the right. And here's the thing: the San Antonio Spurs is one of the youngest teams to make it to the NBA Finals. I'm not going to stay on this long, but it was a prayer, and the teammates on the bench as well as the starters all leveled up to win the NBA championship. They leveled up. Did you see what I did there?
I saw what you did. I saw what you did. But you need to be. If I drag you through the mud, I'm not giving you no credit. Like, man, like you said, level up, get yourself back together. But next year it'll be a little different because there are some people and some pieces are moving. So, we're gonna see. But again, Val, what I liked about this championship with the Knicks was it was 53 years in the making. So imagine those people that are listening our beloved Cuz was 100 on the dot. So imagine how New York acted a fool on 53 years and what Chicago did a few years ago when the Cubs won after 100 years. You know what I mean? So you got to just, it was great. I like what they did. I love that Mike Brown, a brother in the yard's been tossed around, Val. It was awesome. So congratulations.
Now, I would mention this a little bit earlier, and then we're going to go to our commercial and then bring up our guests. The Unlocking Greatness Retreat. If you can see it, yes. So that is the sponsor. That's Zinja Glass, and that is Olivia Hudson. It was a purple again. That's what we do. So we were the speakers at the Unlocking Greatness Retreat, and I was doing AV. I was doing a bunch of things. We were just moving and grooving. And so, Coach, I am just really excited that I got a chance to do this, and it felt great to be in the presence of so many great women of God who are working their business and allowing God to just kind of use them in their talents. And Zinja she's their leadership mentor. And it was just, I was a person running around with the microphone, Coach, and I got upset because I was thinking, I'm tired of crying. Like, people were saying some powerful things and talking about how they felt, that there were some things that they discussed, and I'm like, but why am I crying? I got this microphone. Anyway, it's horrible. It
moves you, baby. If it moves, you got to move. You know what I mean?
We're not going to get anything started because I want to make sure that I do. So let me do this really quick. If you guys want to know a little bit about Key Spot, go ahead. We'll be right back after this.
Are you a small business owner looking to grow? Introducing the Key Spot mobile app. I'm Cynthia McAllister, owner of the IT company Quality SAP. Since 2016, we have been supporting small businesses and help them promote and share their businesses, services, and events across the country. Key Spot is more than just an app. We are a network providing community. Key Spot, connecting communities and supporting small businesses.
All right, we are back, and I was desperately trying to find the tab or the window. Where is it? It is not there. It is okay. Anyway, I was gonna play the clip from last year. We had this is a returning guest, and we are excited that
always
she's come back. Very talented, and when I say talented, I mean God-led talented.
My.
She has been writing and producing music for, I want to say, about 3 or 4 years now, probably 5. And she, as we learned last year when she came on, right around her milestone birthday, she has allowed God to use her in a powerful way to write inspirational music of the gospel in Bermuda and beyond. And when I say she's had worldwide reach, I mean, I'm talking Africa. I'm talking
other I'm trying to get on my man's in there.
But no. She's worldwide. She's worldwide. We have to respect that. And she's doing Matthew 28. She's going out into the world and within the nations. I could go back and talk about all the wonderful things she has done, and read her long resume. We're not going to do that.
Right.
What I'm going to do is bring her up all the way from Bermuda.
What? Bring me some of that good weather.
Janita Burke, aka JB Some.
Hey.
Hey, and I gotta bring J Beezy and the Heezy for Sheezy. We got her in this for Reezy, man.
She's back.
I am back. It's so great to be here. Hey, Coach Tony, how you doing?
Man, how are you doing this? Man, I want to thank you so much for just support coming out on Mondays and Tuesdays, supporting my show as well. Man, when I see you in the audience, I shout out my people. I'm just grateful. So thank you.
Well, thank you guys for all that you do. We're honored to be here tonight. Can you believe I was looking back that I've been on here in 2024, in 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We're talking about a hat trick right now.
It's hat trick. So
Hello.
and
It's World Cup time.
And you know, and you already know, vinyl's making that hit back. So I'm on them wheels of steel. So I need to get the vinyl. When you press it, I need it so I can drop it when I'm playing my sets. I can put it on exclusive.
All right. Well, it's wonderful to be back.
Man, great to be back.
So we're having. If you could turn up your volume a little bit, because you're a little faded. Because I think I have my volume turned up a little bit because we were trying to work some things out with the sound. But
is that better?
That sounds better. Do you hear her, Tony?
Does my mic sound nice?
If my mic sounds nice, check one.
Check one. I'm leveling up.
There you go.
Can you hear me?
You sound great. You sound great. So you've been very busy since the last time we've talked in March of last year, and it's been fun. I'm so excited, Coach. I might get an opportunity. No, I will. I will have the opportunity to go to Bermuda this year.
Yes, you will.
Because I got my passport. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I just got about it a few years ago. I wish I'd have known you were down there before I met you. You know, that'd have been good. That's the first place I got an opportunity to get out and eat some conch for the first time. And I was introduced to red snapper, not a seafood.
Okay, yeah.
There you go.
So and wait a minute, really quickly, I want to show this. I think, is this Leah? Is she in the audience?
Leah is in the house, and that's her book.
Be different. I like the title, just be different. What do you want me to do? Just be different. Well, how you want me to act? Just be different.
Just be different.
But I remember Leah, I gotta have you on the show because I've been reading this book for my quiet times. I love this book. I just love how it looks. But when you know a book is good, you start, you got your little notes and everything in the margins. Coach, remember when you put your notes in the margin?
I damn near had the whole page highlighted.
But what the song that she was just humming, and I like how she tries to, not really brag on herself, but there was not one, not two, but 4 songs that Janita released right around and just before Women's History Month and International Women's Day in March of last year. And we did a listening party, which was wonderful. I had a blast. And as a songwriter, Janita, I know all inspiration and things come from God, but how do you continue to tap into that spirit of creativity and inspiration?
I think I'm just blessed. I certainly am a fellow positivity catalyst. And so I always see the positive in things. And so I look at God's creation, right? And that's just seeing that is enough to write about. Things just come. I'm often inspired by so many things. So just being here tonight to see how the Pull Up podcast, how Interludes, Talk on Tuesday has grown. That makes me excited. And I hear songs, I hear melodies, I hear lyrics, and I write. Yeah. So it's a gift. I'm so grateful and humbled to be operating at this level and doing this in this season. It was a level up moment, and it was a level up moment when people thought that I was maybe going down because I was a lawyer, and that's a profession that's up here. And as a songwriter, singer, producer, they may see it down here, but I've leveled up 1,000%. I'm walking in purpose, embracing this season. And so, yeah.
Yeah. And I think Tony, I know you have the next question.
No. I was just saying, man, that's awesome. This is going to be a crazy question for you. It's probably way out here in left field. But when I listen to your music, and you got the island vibe, we got a couple of island vibes. I'm here in Nashville, a couple of different folks. I see you also, and this is from my DJ perspective. Have you ever thought about branching out in that Afro-centric, in the Afro house, Afro-centric music, where you got the island type music and that play very well for you? Or you just pretty much have focused and say, I'm going to stay in this gospel lane?
Well, I'm in the inspirational lane.
Yes.
And certainly my gift is from God. So many songs will point to him. I mean, he is the way, the truth, and the life, right? So
that's right.
I have to give honor to him. It's my main purpose is to tell people about him. But certainly I want to write songs about special occasions. I want to write songs that inspire people to go to that next level in their business, in their relationships, in their finances. I want to encourage people to have pride of country, a pride of their background, right? Of cultural events. So I will certainly do that and use my gifts in those ways. And I really think that the sound that I have is sort of a Pan-African. Yes, there certainly is the Caribbean. There's that island feeling for sure. There's definitely as a lover of Africa and very tied to West Africa. I liaise with my music team is in Ghana. Big up Heaven's Craft, who co-produced Leveling Up, and also the musicians and singers on the track. So yeah, certainly I'm moving where God has moved me. I've collaborated with musicians and vocalists and producers in the UK. So if you listen to my song Bloom, that's got a very unique sound. I don't know if you've heard that one, Coach Tony. And then I've liaised with musicians and producers in Kenya, in America. So, in Bermuda, of course. So yeah, quite varied.
And I'm going to tell you something that you don't even know. Val don't even know this. So I play golf quite a bit. And I've got a young group of guys from Kenya. And I happen to be talking about you. Like, oh, yeah, she's going to be on one of the podcasts today. Dude, really, I know her music. I'm like, what? So, and they're from Kenya, but they live here in the States now. But they go home quite a bit. And that's why I was asking about the Afro beats, because they happen to be at a party. And the DJ was playing Afro beats and happened to play, I don't know, whatever song it was. They didn't say, because I don't know if they knew, but they heard the song like, oh, that's pretty unique. And then they asked the DJ about it. DJ happened to tell them. So you are out there big time, girl.
Well, thank you, Coach. That I'm smiling, as you can see. Wow. And
we are fans. We are both fans of you. That's how that works.
Thank you, Val. Thank you.
No, we're fans.
I have to deflect to him. It certainly is a gift from him, and I'm walking in it, and I'm enjoying it, and I'm enjoying the music as well, and I'm encouraged and empowered by it as well. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is, and one thing I want to do is I think the new currency, we've all heard it, is collaboration. Collaboration has been what helps a lot of artists, especially ones who are, I want to say, developing and growing and, getting out there more. When I see all this joy in your face when you perform, a lot of times when there's other singers and they're performing your music, what does that feel like to hear your lyrics in a singer's, voice? Like they're singing it the way you have taught them or the way they feel it. Like what goes through your mind when you see that, when you hear that and experience it?
Yeah, just phenomenally blessed when you can, because I say I'm a singer-songwriter producer. My singer is P-S-I-N-G-E-R, right? Like psalmist, right? Peculiar, passionate, purposeful, and powered by the Holy Spirit. You got to be on the frequency to really appreciate my singing. But as a collaborator, I always want to put the best voices forward for the songs that I am writing and representing to God, right? He's given me something and I want to give him back. Like the story of the talents, I want to double what he's given me, right? And I'm able to do that with collaboration. And I feel immensely proud when I hear the songs. I feel overwhelmed at times because I'm like, my gracious, that's my song. I wrote that. I am grateful that the singers were able to get into a space where they could interpret, that I was able to communicate, the feel and the weight of the song. So yeah, all of those are emotions and things that I feel when I listen to my music. Yeah.
Collaboration, as I was mentioning, you have recently collaborated with someone very brilliant and not a singer, but just someone that's inspiring. I'd love for you to introduce her as we get ready to bring her to the stage.
Sure. So just as I was sitting down, as I do, I was writing something and I was saying, wow, what can I say about Dr. Oneeka Williams? So I'm going to say what I wrote. Dr. Oneeka Williams, for her, not even the sky is the limit. Daughter, mother, wife, sister, friends, always in it to win it. She's a positivity catalyst, serial encourager, DJ and songwriter, award-winning author, Harvard-trained urologist, humble and wise, God chaser, keynoter, favorite, refuses to compromise. I want us to put our hands together as we welcome, she's my God sister too, Dr. Oneeka Williams.
Forget Val introducing me. Moving forward, you are doing my introduction.
I've been fired. Did you fire me?
Welcome, Oneeka.
I'm like, that's the hype woman. I'm like, everybody needs a hype woman like Janita, Coach Tony. I'm with you. I'm like, get behind me in line because that's.
Doc, I just want to be part of your detail security. That's all. Just the way that came out.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here, Coach Tony, Val. So nice to meet you, Janita. Thank you so much. This is a first for me, many firsts. First being on this podcast. Thank you so much for inviting us. The first time that Janita and I are actually on a podcast together. So this is really special. You all have definitely leveled us up. The first
question that comes to mind is, how did Bermuda and the doc who's in the States come together? How did this come together?
Well, it all starts in Guyana. This is our common origin, our country of origin. Janita's mom and my dad, both Guyanese, very, very good friends. And that's why Janita is my god sister. My dad is her godfather.
Get out.
And yes, so that it's almost kind of 0 degrees of separation. We are so connected and interconnected. And Janita and I have just been so blessed to be on this journey of discovering and rediscovering each other. I mean, we've in typical fashion, when in the Caribbean, people emigrate and move from place to place. And so we know of one another and we meet each other periodically, as one person may visit here or visit there. But so we've always been in each other's lives, and from the perspective, I've known what she's been doing, because my dad has been so proud of all of her accomplishments, and she's been knowing what I've been doing, and we met, here and there. But it was only I think, well into our adulthood that we really began, I think when you got married, actually.
Yeah.
And we started that connecting much more frequently and more intimately. And it has grown into this amazing partnership, collaboration, and assignments, one to the other in each other's lives.
That's awesome. That is, the reason why I say that is that it's one thing to be pushed by a friend. It's another thing to be pushed by somebody that you're competing with. But when you have a family member or a close person that you consider family that's there and you're in that same lane and roughly about that same age, you can relate. That's awesome to see you guys come about. And by the way, Doc, where are you at in the States?
I am in Boston, just outside of Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh, you in the Boston area. Okay.
I'm in Boston. Boston. Far away climate-wise from Bermuda and from Guyana, and then I moved from Guyana to Barbados when I was about 10. So this weather is a little challenging. It's been a level up. I have to level up in my mindset when the winters roll around.
But you got those nice clothes, because I'm from Chicago. We keep them. Like we got the boots, we got the fur, we got the hats. I mean, wintertime I get mad sometimes because I moved to Nashville, Doc, and sometimes I can't wear my clothes because by noon, 1 o'clock, the weather warms up. Like, man, I'm gonna take that off. I'm gonna burn up. I'm gonna look crazy walking around with this on.
I hear you. It's a whole style unto itself.
And I think one of the things that I'm really excited to learn about is I like to go around digging, and when I say go around digging, it's to just find out some things about some of the things that you've done. One of the things that I saw, and I was just checking this out, you and your husband, who I thought was, I'm checking out, and when I say checking out, I mean, taking some.
Hold up, man.
No, I'm not doing that. But I saw this picture, and then I looked behind you, and I was like, "Is she at the Grammys?"
Yeah.
I need you to explain. How did you get there? What was up? Who
like that one time. Tell me what I need to do.
Tell me something. I want to know.
Well, I think that for both Janita and I and my husband, we are, like so many of us, multi-talented, multiple gifts. And my husband is a musician at heart, a guitar player from the perspective of having been raised very, very early on as just a wonderful guitarist. And went to Princeton at age 15, became a physician, and is now a physician executive, a CEO of one of the large health centers here in Boston. But he is on the board because of his music affiliation. He is on the board of the Berklee School of Music, which produces, so many very talented and gifted artists, songwriters, producers, et cetera, many of whom have award-winning nominations at the Grammys. And so, as being part of the board, they have the opportunities to go to the Grammys every year. And it always seems in the past, since he's been on the board, that every time the Grammys rolled around, I would be on call and I wouldn't be able to go. And this year was my year of yes. I was on call that weekend, but I made an extreme effort to make to exchange my call so that I was able to go. It was an amazing experience, and I've definitely been bitten by the bug. That was my first time in LA, and I was blown away.
Yeah, and Janita, when I saw that photo, I was like, I got to talk about it on the show because you both are doctors. So that number one, Coach, that blows my brain because that means you were in school for a long time. I'll just say that you were in school for a long time. So thank you for 100. Your service. Thank you for your service. So, Janita, this is, oh gosh. So this is you coming together with your family in the same way a couple of weeks ago when I had Kendall on, and that's my family who wrote music for our platform. Now, when you were talking to Oneeka about the song Level Up, or how did it happen? Where you came up with the lyrics, Oneeka inspired something. Kind of walk me through what inspired leveling up, because I want to show the lyrical video and us do a listening of the new song that you're going to premiere next week. But go ahead.
Sure. I'm going to say it started, well, you'll see an origin story. I'm going to go back to Dubai 2020, 5, just before I came on your show, and I was sitting in the audience, and I got this download that I should connect with keynote speakers and conference conveners to write a song that amplifies their messages. And I did that. I wrote a song for the Mary Prince conference. And in December of last year, I reached out to Dr. Oneeka and I said, "Are you speaking at the Edgy Women's Conference?" And she said, yes. I had looked up the theme, was Bloom Together Next Level. And I asked her, "Can I write a song to amplify your message?" And she said, "Yes, that sounds great." And, basically I knew the theme was Bloom Together Next Level. As you know, I've been writing a number of women's empowerment songs. And so Dr. Oneeka said she was going to get back to me, as to where she was moving with this theme. She was talking about no limits and next level. And, I had some ideas as well around the theme, and I had gotten "I'm leveling up." That had come to me. So I knew that leveling up was there and had some lyrics. We tell this story because it certainly confirmed to both of us. If it wasn't confirmed before, it was certainly confirmed. So we had our conversation. The next day, I saw a video on Instagram, and it just so perfectly spoke to one of the points in our conversation. And I sent it to Oneeka, and I wrote 3 letters, 1 word, bam, and an exclamation mark, and I sent it off to her. At that same time, she was in church. She didn't see the message until she got out of church and later on, but she got a download from the Lord, and it was bam, believe, annihilate, and move. And that was the framework for her speech. And when she saw my note, which said bam, and she had written down those same 3 letters, 1 word, bam, we knew that it was a Kairos moment. We knew that something awesome was happening. And so basically, she, I had what I sort of wrote. She then shared with me, her, the outline of her speech and where she was going. We had that believe, annihilate, and move, and it just so perfectly fit in. And as we were talking, she said, "Okay, no, I want to see this. We need to make sure we emphasize this and add this." And so it was a real partnership in writing this song for this conference, and we knew we needed to have a lyric video, and that this song needed to anchor her keynote so that the women had a song to take away with them, a tool to remind them in their declaration that they've made a commitment to level up, that they've leveled up in the past, and this is going to be their fight song. I'm leveling up, up, up. And that's kind of how it was birthed.
Yeah. And one of the things, let me just say this, Janita has a heart for women. I mean, she started the story in December, but Janita has been in the same way, Leah. Janita takes my book wherever she goes. She is a champion for women. She is an encourager, and she is someone who is always so dedicated. I mean, like, that true friend who wants to see you just be in the room where people know of your work and know what you're doing. And she has such a generosity of spirit that it is because of Janita that I actually met Gina Cummins, who is the founder of Edgy Women. And that whole conversation, she is a connector, came about. She said, "You need to meet my god sister, Dr. Oneeka." And it is because of her constant openness and her heart of connecting and networking and bringing everyone into the room and the spaces with her that the inception of this whole journey started. And so as I give keynote speeches, I'm always mindful of, number one, the very, very short attention span of human beings. I mean, we've gotten to the point where we want things to move fast, and so it is, what is it that you're going to give them that they can take away, that is simple, give them 3 points that explodes in their minds and it embeds, and that will play over and over again and will drive that message once they leave, because otherwise it's very, very difficult to ask someone, 10 minutes after they've listened to you give a keynote, what was the main point? And they're like,
Right.
voila, voila.
Like what you
And Leah Dean says, such a powerful story. I just love how God brings people together and makes sure the mission is clear. That's both to you, Oneeka, and to you, Janita. Coach, you got the next question.
No, I was just saying, from what Doc just said, it's amazing when you're trying to stay on a certain path. And when you do that, if people don't get the point or don't get the message, like, what were you thinking or what were you doing? So you've got to be in a situation where you're dropping that message. And JB's been doing that, as he just said, year after year after year after year. It's kind of like with music, right? I talk to people about it. This is Black Music Month. I produced an album. Like JB, you'll get this perfectly. Not every song on your album is going to be a hit. We know that, right? With anybody, I don't care if it's Michael Jackson or Prince, but the songs that become hit, depending on what they're talking and what they're focused on, sometimes become anthems, and those anthems live for decades. Yeah. JB, when you're listening to or looking at putting stuff together, especially coming from the island, stuff like that, and then where your mind is at, do you ever look and say, I know I made these few tracks doing this and that, but I'm going to put together a really nice music anthem. So when people hear this, they can be like, it can go across multiple genres. Have you ever thought about that?
Well, I think we're there. I think that the songs they're anthems in their own respect. I mean, Leveling Up is certainly one. We have, Unstoppable. I love the ability of technology now that we can listen. You like music, but you only like reggae music. Okay,
right.
We can put this to a reggae beat, right? And ensure that it moves you, because music is very personal, isn't it?
Mm-hmm, that's right.
It's very personal. But when we looked at this song, we wanted to bring, because we know that it's going out to women, we wanted to bring, I think, a sort of a universal sound. We wanted to bring some excitement, though, because we're talking about leveling up. And sometimes it's difficult. We're talking about believing differently. We're talking about annihilating the internal and external forces. This is not easy stuff. And we're talking about moving in the face of adversity, or moving, once you cleared these roadblocks. So we needed some power. We needed some energy. So, we added a rap to it. We got this music. This is hype. And, when Oneeka and I were, listening to the first demo, we were like, bam, 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 And so, adding those things, and my nephew, Oneeka's son, Mark, he was like, yeah, the young people, they loved, right, Neeks? They loved it. They loved it. And so we're looking at something universal. But yes, listen, music is a start, right? We start right here, and someone else comes and says to us, we really like this. We'd like to take it in this direction. For us, the most important thing is the message. It's the message. And that's communicated with various genres. So
and that's really important, is the intersectionality of how it is that you're able to embed messages and how you're able to communicate. And this is just that expanded way. I mean, for me, even as an educator, as a surgeon, people say, how do you marry all of these things? And it's all about literacy. We're trying to help people to understand something in a way that encourages them to make a different decision, to make a movement, to feel inspired, to feel like they can do it, to really empower them to think that this is something that they're absolutely born to do. And so making this integrating, a message with music, with movement, with spoken word, with connecting story. And that's part of how I started, which is telling stories that make complex ideas simple and bringing them to life through characters. And in so doing, you invite your audience into an experience that feels personal, that feels empowering, that they can see themselves in. And I think that this song does all of that. It invites women into this experience that helps them to step up into something that they may not have previously thought possible.
Yeah, and I think it's great. And JB, you just mentioned a moment ago about the technology. I took this and I went back, obviously, some of the older music you shared, and now with the new technology, I'm able to take your song and put it in my Serato on my system, and Val can take out the system. And I'm able to strip away the entire beat and go down strictly to your acapella and drop it. And I put that acapella on the background of some Kirk Franklin. Oh my God, are you with me? Oh my goodness, I'm about to play you the remix on that.
Okay, let's go remix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. So Val, are we gonna give the listeners a little bit of leveling up?
Let's go.
Of course. I was just waiting to see, because I want to make sure that we got the full background on it. And I'm going to have you break down some of the lyrics or whatever, but I am going to bring it up and we're going to have a leveling up listening situation. So we have the lyrical video, and then eventually what will premiere on June 21st will be the full visual with a bunch of other wonderful things. I'm not gonna spoil it because I saw it. I can't tell what I saw, but I'm excited. So let's go ahead and take a listen to it real quick, and take a look at it as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it premiering on Talk on Tuesday. It is leveling up with JB Song, and we're gonna let it play. Here we go.
No limits. It's time to level up. No limits. It's time to level up. No limits. It's time to level up. It's time to level up. It's time to level up. Chains are broken. Purpose is released. No limits holding me. Join the line and step up time. Let's do this thing together. Girl, it's your time. Change starts in your mind. Now we're in the groove. Believe, annihilate, and move. Reality is I was made for greatness. Used to be a victim of my past. Provinces will come, but they won't break me. I've come to show the world just who I am. I got my powers of positivity, choosing words that build me, grounded in my purpose and my faith. I know the power of my story, no limits I won't hold thee. I must believe, annihilate, and move. Chains are broken. Purpose is released. No limits holding me. Join the line and step aside. Let's do this thing together. Girl, it's your time. Change starts in your mind. Level up, level up. Level up, level up, level up, yeah. You gotta believe. Annihilate, yeah. And move, you gotta move. See, now that you know who you are in Christ, put that enemy under your feet. Y'all ready? Miss Shelton. Gotta believe with everything he put inside of me. Created for purpose, that's in to see his plan release. And though fear creeping up, I place it under my feet. Annihilating every lie that try to speak. Now let me move and be free like move. Pick up a groove and move like move. Pick on my head to shoes like it's Christ in me. All chains break free. It's time to live and decree. Now you do all things. I say the words with me. Make your decree. Not today, not today, not today. Say the words with me. Make your decree. Not today, negativity. Say the words with me. Make your decree. Not today, not today. Now that was like bam, 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 bam. I'm leveling. My chains are broken. My purpose is released. No limits, no limits, no. Yes, it's my time. Renewed my mind. Now I'm in the groove. Believe, annihilate, and move. Bam, bam, bam.
Man, what you did? Come on now. You got a little rap in there, I'm telling you.
Wait, wait. Let me make sure I get this.
Damn.
Featuring Olivia Hamilton, Miss Chosen, and Evans Craft.
Spit that out.
Leveling up. Coach, your initial thoughts. I need to hear it, bro.
My initial thoughts, JB, you're gonna love this. I think that I'm going to use your song for my team this upcoming season because it speaks to a lot. If you can level up, then you can do a lot. If you can level up, you can win championship. If you can level up, you can play better. If you can simply level up, then the way you approach what we do is so great. And I'll give you a perfect example. Val is gleaming right now because of the Knicks, but she probably don't know the story. The president of the New York Knicks came in the locker room 10 weeks ago and talked to the Knicks. Had no idea about your song at all, JB, with Leveling Up. But his message to the team 10 weeks ago was that if you focus and level up and get yourself where you need to be, and you stay on that same plane, 10 weeks from now, we'll be world champs and getting rings. And the other day, enough said, they leveled up. 10 weeks later, they're world champs. So I love the song. I love the message. And again, like Doc said, I can take the vocals out. I can strip the music out, put it against anything I want. I like the message. I love it. I think it can go on multiple tunes of different genres.
I think the other thing that when I hear this is a lot of people think that they have to walk this journey alone, and you don't have to. You can level up alongside someone. And I think you might, and this is something that I've had to deal with, is that I'm dealing with a sin that's like dogging me, or I'm dealing with at a relationship that's not good. And the song tells me, no, I can level up, and I don't have to be by myself when I do this. And there's so many biblical scriptures that's all throughout that entire lyric songs, lyrical that I'm seeing in the lyrics. A lot of scriptures were kind of dropping in my spirit, so I was like, I know this was written from this encouragement of, you don't allow sin or Satan or anything to hold you down. Break the chains. We mentioned this over in the Unlocking Greatness retreat as well, that we're not going to listen to the lies of the enemy saying that we cannot do this, or we're not talented enough, we're not good enough, we're not, whatever those negative messages are. And That's, and what did I say? What I saw Miss Chosen was like, I'm gonna put on my dancing shoes because I'm gonna dance on Satan's head. Like he's definitely not gonna talk about me. Not only am I gonna put him under my feet, I'm gonna dance on his head while I do so. So we could definitely dance to this song. So man, oh man, that's my initial reaction. And when I saw visually in this lyrical thing, Coach, I don't know if you noticed it. There was one woman at first walking. Then toward the end, there were many women walking. Like we don't have to do this by
that's real life,
ourselves.
and
That's
and
real
that's
life.
and Doc can speak to that. There's always a person who thinks that they're on a journey by themselves until they get on that journey. And then they find out when they get on that journey, there's many people on the exact same journey. Some of those people have got a worse journey than I got. I think my journey is bad. And I turn around, look to my left, and the person over here journey is even worse than the journey that I got. But I turn to my right and find out the journey of the person that's next to me here, it's got a little bit better journey. So there's multiple journeys. That's exactly what I'm talking about. When you can speak to the masses with the same message, and it doesn't matter where you are, that's I love it.
And that's one of the lies of the enemy, that you're alone, you're isolated, you're,
The enemy wants you that way, Doc, because if you're isolated and alone, the enemy feels he can pull you in because he feels that you don't think that you have anyone that's there to help you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I think also that you can't do it. And so we're on the 21st of June, we're going to be releasing, that's the summer solstice, longest day of the year, a time of renewal and recommitment. And we want people to make a commitment to themselves to level up. We want women to look and see where they have leveled up, because sometimes, again, the lie is you can't do it. But if we look back and we can say, yes, I did this. I had a situation. I believed differently. I annihilated the things that were in my path, and I moved and I had success, and I can do it again. And so as part of the challenge that we're putting forth, we want people to share their level up stories. And, Dr. Oneeka has been just sharing, some of the commitments that she's making to herself. I've shared. And so we want people to talk about where they've leveled up from. We want them to do the signature move, which you're going to see in the video when it comes up, because there's a movement as well. We're talking about your whole being involved in this level up experience. And then you're gonna say the declaration, because I can want you to level up, Coach Tony. I can want the team to level up, but until they determine, until they say I'm leveling up, until they make that determination, until they believe differently and recognize all of the things that are going on, it can't happen. And so, that is going to be a challenge, and we're looking forward. And I tell you, just it's so contagious, leveling up, and you see someone else leveling up, you know what you need to do. It's like, yes, let's do this thing together, right? We're pulling, we want all of our community to level up. We want women all over the world to level up. And this formula has really just given language. I know we don't have the time to really talk about everything, but Dr. Oneeka, and one of the reasons she's my sister and my friend, but one of the reasons I love to pay homage and call her Dr. Oneeka, because she leveled up at age 13. She had to believe differently. She was in a situation where they didn't feel that girls that wasn't a path for girls, that science wasn't, where what girls needed to do, that girls weren't good at science. And she had to say, but that doesn't make sense. She had to demystify that.
She had to put the proof in the pudding, right?
Yeah. You have to do
in the pudding. She did the work. Go ahead, Dr. Oneeka.
You have to do the work. And the one thing I want to say as well, just to encourage the audience, that don't be intimidated that leveling up has to be this huge, massive leap. It is baby steps, one step at a time. It reminds me, when I think of excellence, people think you should be excellent. And all that excellence is surpassing where you were before. So whether it's a micro step, a nano step, a huge giant leap, whatever it is that just brings you just a little bit above and helps you to move closer to a goal that you set for yourself, that is you leveling up. So embrace that. Don't be intimidated. Everyone is on a different path, but we all have the capacity and the capability to take those baby steps, medium steps, big steps, whatever it is that brings meaning and purpose that helps to get you closer to the goals that you set for yourself.
There you go. I like that. You better come talk to my team. What you talking about?
Hey, set a date.
You got to get you on that virtual, where I got them sitting down. And I think what you just said is so true, because people think that they need to go and get it all at once. Mm-hmm. You don't have to. It's steps here, step there in order to make it happen. So that's perfect.
Yeah, and I'm really excited that this is going to be a big, I want to say a big situation and a big thing that's going to happen for not only women who need that inspiration to continue and to fight on, because it's the music that you have been putting out for the last, I want to say 3 to 4 years, Janita, has been extremely inspiring, to where people are they could be in one space and then, or one headspace, and then the next it totally changes things around. And I know that's God. God is using you and using your talent to not only give glory to him, but to inspire us here on earth as we continue to fight. Because I when I get upset and things just look horrible, I'm thinking to myself, this is not my home. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm fighting for heaven. That's just me.
Yeah. And that's why we start with believe. Everything happens in the mind. The thought, our thought life is so powerful. Every possible intervention, technology, cancer discovery, treatment, it all starts with a thought. So our thoughts really determine what our reality is. And so believing, when we say believing differently, is the start of everything. And so we have to believe in what is possible, what God has said about us. His track record is unparalleled. So if he said that this is who we are, then why should we not believe it? He's proven it over and over again. So the work starts in the mind. It's mindset and believing.
Doc, you are spot on. I mean, I give you a perfect example. It has nothing to do with music. You have no idea how many people that I'll go and work with and I train. And a lot of women that I work with to start out that want to lose the midsection, because y'all always tell me, man, if I can get rid of this midsection, I'm good. And I'll start. But the first thing they tell me, Doc?
I can't do it.
Exactly right. I put them through 5 minutes of whether it be sit-ups or crunches or whatever. I can't do this. This is too hard. This is too difficult. You're starting me way up at this advanced level. Can I start down here? And I'm thinking to myself, no, I'm actually starting you with the basics. We haven't even got to this next level. When I get to this next level, then you're going to know I'm about to whoop you up. But right now, we are just at the basics. So when you just said that is spot on. People are very quick to either give up, or either say something's too difficult, or either put themselves in a category of I cannot do. And I always talk to my granddaughter. I always say, I tell her all the time, I have Val laughing sometimes because she went to school and they asked the kids about, what do you want to be when you get old? I said, don't worry about it. Just tell her I'm going to be one thing. And she said, what's that? A superstar. Now, I didn't say you're going to be basketball. I didn't say you're going to be it could be academic. It doesn't matter. But be a superstar in the lane that you're in. Don't give up. Go forward. And JB, and sometimes that's the message I always tell people when I'm working out. Don't give up. Just go forward. If you give up today, you're not going to meet me tomorrow, right? But if you push yourself today, you're going to go home and say, man, I'm hurting, but I don't like Coach Tony right now, but I'm going to meet him on Thursday because you're going to challenge yourself. And then next Thursday, then the next Thursday, then all of a sudden, 3 or 4 Thursdays from now, you're like, man, I'm down 10 pounds already. I'm doing this and that. Now they love me.
Yep. And what you're talking about, Coach Tony, is discipline.
Yes.
It's the discipline in our mind, a process of the discipline of how we think, how we approach hard things, how we keep coming back, and persistence and resilience. That is what you have described.
And I wanted to make sure that I brought out Leah Dean, who says, "Don't feel overwhelmed. Excellence is simply passing where you were. That is leveling up." Love that. And if you
Thanks,
want, this Leah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, thanks, Leah.
That Leah. So she said that. I wanted to make sure that I gave you a shout out, because ever so often when people say that they've done a TEDx talk, I always want to make sure that I give that a shout out. So hopefully I'm playing this. But yeah, I saw this and I was thinking, when I saw this, Janita, I was thinking, you brought me a TEDx person. You brought me someone that's done the TEDx, Janita, really?
That's
oh wait, let me bring this up a little bit.
I mean, you have to watch this. I mean, what are you getting from this? You can't even hear her, but you know. That's unique.
I kept food from spoiling and fed every family. Now I'm in the doghouse. It is so unfair, but I am here to stay. I am everywhere. Hypertension is sneaky, so it's about to be lit. If you don't handle your business,
the future of human longevity.
Don't you just love commercials? So anyway.
Girl, he had me all up in there for me. I'm like,
oh my God.
I'm about to tell Doc, I'll be there Tuesday morning on my phone.
So you're mentioning hypertension in this video and talking about, if you could just break down like a shorthand version of what you're talking about in this TEDx video, because I watched it and my mind was blown, because it was as if you had given a personality to these diseases we are trying to outrun.
Yes, well, 100%. So basically, hypertension is a silent killer, and it is ravaging through our community. We know that the gaps of outcomes when it comes to cardiovascular disease, renal vascular disease, strokes, are all related to hypertension. And this affects our communities 3 times more than it affects other communities. And so there's a level of understanding and awareness that needs to be communicated and shared so that our populations especially understand that this is something that can be identified, that can be treated, that can be, in many cases, delayed. Preventative measures can be taken that can delay the onset of hypertension. And so we have to take ownership of our own health and wellness. And so my topic was reimagining legacy, transforming generational health through story. And so we can make legacy good health. We can live longer so that we are here to be able to be with our families and generations for much longer. And what that does when you have family members who don't die prematurely, it doesn't, impact on the income generating capabilities of that family. Homelessness results when breadwinners die. Opportunities for education. Kids don't get to finish school. There's so many ways that premature deaths negatively impact our community. And so something like hypertension, which by the time you start getting symptoms, it's way too late. We have to move earlier and begin as children. And so the books that I write, Dr. Didi Dynamo book series, takes hypertension and creates these characters that makes it so relatable, makes it so easy to understand, and then allows both children and their families to make different decisions because now they actually understand. This is health literacy in action that saves lives for generations.
Yeah. And it's only because, Tony, you had mentioned that you want to use what you've heard and learned to speak to your your teams. But I think that the number one way we can level up, especially in our health, is to pay attention to the symptoms, to pay attention to our health, to pay attention to how we can stick around longer. Because I feel like if we honor God when we honor our temple, because our body is our temple. Is that about right, Janita? About right, Doc?
That's right. And just know your numbers. Check your blood pressure. It's as simple as that. If you just check your blood pressure.
Cause mine stay high, Doc. I'm telling you right now.
Oh no, it doesn't. You're skinny as a log.
But you see, but that's a myth. That's one of the myths.
Exactly, that's a myth.
That's one of the myths. Oh,
yes.
okay.
Skinny people have high blood pressure.
People think because of your size, your blood pressure can't be. People think because of your size, you can't get diabetes. That is a complete myth. And I was going to tell you, a good friend of mine, and I got prayers on him right now, has just spent the last probably 8-9 years right before the pandemic in Idaho. Comes back home to Chicago exactly 60 days ago. Mother's real sick and all that. Gets back and he was doing great in Idaho. Came back home, Doc, and all of a sudden he has a miscommunication and some difficulties with a brother and a nephew. And the brother just took the, as we say back in the day, he just took the long ride down south for 25 years and now he's back home. So he's back home trying to figure this out. Him, mom, the brothers all clashed. He was going through this crazy thing. I was trying to keep him calm and keep him cool because I know how he is. And all of a sudden, I came home for Memorial Day weekend. I was telling Val, it was so busy because I brought my granddaughter home to the shore where I grew up at. And called my guy and whatnot to see what's up and didn't hear back. I thought, that's kind of strange. Plus, I told him I was coming home. So Monday, still didn't get in touch. Tuesday, still didn't get in touch. On Wednesday, I kind of got a little worried. I'm like, man, it ain't like him not to get back at me. He calls me Wednesday night, and we are the same exact age. And he says, dude, me and my mama got into it. Me and my brothers and my nephew had a situation. My heart and my pulse went up so high. I had a stroke that turned into a heart attack. I sat out on the porch. The ambulance came, and when they got me to the hospital in Chicago, I had 3 of my 4 main arteries in blockage. And they said I was gone. They brought me back 10 minutes off the table of not anything. And now I've got to wear a stent for the rest of my life, and I'm on special medicine. So I'm glad Val thought that. And I see people that always say, man, coach, you this and that. I feel great. I'm 6'3", 192 pounds. I got a lot of people that try to get down in my weight. I don't care because I still jog. I still play basketball.
That's right.
Every week, I walk anywhere from 4 to 6 miles a week, 2 miles at a time, 3 times a week. So it's about how you balance and what are you doing to keep your health where it's at. And I'll get people that supposed to work out every day, and they come work out with me, and they're like, "Man, dude, you're killing me. I don't know how you keep up with this, But it's a balance out."
Yeah, and like I said, it's really this was really a great topic to kind of bring up, and I'm gonna put the link in the chat for the TED talk that you did. And how long you did it? About a year ago? Because I think
a year ago.
Yeah, I want to hear that. I want to hear it.
So I think that would be phenomenal, because I think that if we had more time, we because I keep forgetting it's a little bit later in Bermuda than it is here, but it's just very important. If we're going to level up, we need to level up.
That's
on
right.
on all levels,
fronts,
including our health. And
especially
so, my gosh,
our health.
if nothing else,
if you don't have your health, you literally everything else is for naught.
Oh my gosh, we can't have that. You mentioned that you have some books. If people wanted to reach out to you and find out more about your positive.
Oh, did we just lose Val?
Just lost Val, just lost JB. But I know she was going to say, if people want to get in touch,
find me. Yes.
Find you, where do they need to look at?
They can find me on www.drdeenedynamo.com. That's my children's book series. And then I have my Dr. Oneeka Williams, the same way it's spelled, DrOneekaWilliams.com website.
Okay, Val, JB's back. Let's bring her back up out here with us. There you go,
Okay,
JB.
hey JB, there you are. What's up? Good to see you. And if people wanted to find out more about the music, where would they go? And you are muted. Let's make sure that we unmute you. Unmute yourself.
Unmute myself.
There you go.
Sorry. They can reach us on our YouTube channel that has all of our music at Kairos 22 Productions on YouTube. Certainly, we want them to visit us on our Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok pages because we are getting ready to launch the music video and talk about the challenge because we want to encourage everyone to level up. So our Instagram and Facebook is at Kairos 22 Productions, and TikTok is at Kairos 22 Music. Yeah,
there you go. I think we got that all covered. Oh my gosh!
I just got you. I just sent my message over to you, so I just locked onto you on X, or as they say, the old Twitter,
the old X or whatever. Okay, JB, the doc. We gotta live. It is so good. Thank you so very much for joining us on Interlude Section Presents Talk on Tuesday as we continue to celebrate Black Music Month in June. Man, oh man! But Coach, you know how we have to educate.
Hey, you see, I got the Chicago House shirt on. I'm rocking it already. You already know. And
he's gonna pitch you again for the my man's in them. I know.
No, I don't need to pitch. I mean, I got my own track. I mean, I'm not pitching nobody. I got this track. This track's about to go. I was on working with my nephew. I'm just trying to find that female voice. I ain't pitching nobody at all. We're about to be good. I would love to have a female voice, but there's too much AI going around right now. My nephew's working with it. But I was going to say, once we get dropped, I'll make sure I get the single to you because I'm working with a couple of people in the UK as well on Defected Records. I don't know if you've heard of Defected Records, but we've been in touch with them. And then, of course, my nephew is DJ 33 and the Third. Shout out to him in Chicago. So we're working on some major things, but I want to make sure you get it checked. And Doc, I'll make sure I get the track over to you, but it's going to be nice, though.
Okay.
JB, I'm trying to get in your lane for a minute, girl, and drive for a second.
Let the Lord drive. There we go. On that, everyone waves, and we'll see you guys next week.
We want to thank your listeners, Val.
Thank you guys. Thanks, Doc.
You guys